So the last part of this video will be on what you need to do to avoid experiencing the dangers of confined space. Yes, what do you need to do if you are to work in a confined space? And remember, confined spaces are not only found in the industry, it could be in the house. In that, there are small chambers in your roof, right? It can be a confined space. So you need to find out what you have there before you go into doing that job. So the issue now we are looking at is what would you do to avoid the dangers of confined space? The first thing you need to do is to do a risk assessment of the work itself. Risk assessment of the work will enable you to identify all the hazards involved, right? How to go about doing that work safely. Who and who are likely going to be harmed if there are problems, and how you are going to control them. A proper risk assessment will be sufficient enough to pick out all the hazards. This has to be done. The next thing you need to do is training. Training will provide knowledge and awareness to the people going to do the work for you inside the confined space. Training will also provide them with the knowledge of what to do when there are problems, if they encounter problem in a confined space, and how to go about them. The third thing you need to do is to provide strong communication system. There has to be a strong link and communication between the people in the confined space, that is the confined space entrance, and the confined space rescuers outside. Constant communication in the confined space will enable the confined space rescuers to know when the situation has changed in the confined space and they need to be rescued, right? Then this communication system will be followed with making available proper emergency response system. There must be proper emergency response system so that people can be rescued in an event that situation become weird. That is not all. You need to ensure that proper permit to work system has been signed off, authorized, and that all the things listed in that permit to work system are in place, provided before the work commences, and that both parties, the permit to work receiver and the permit to work issuer, have properly appended their signature and understood the hazard involved before such work will commence. So permit to work system is one of those things you need to do. Then you follow it up with supervision. You must provide adequate supervision. After training, you provide supervision. Supervision will enable you to ensure that everything that has been identified in the risk assessment and during the planning stage have been provided and complied with. Right? Yeah. Besides this, you need to also ensure that the confined space rescuers themselves have proper personal protective equipment. Yes, you cannot go into a confined space to work without protecting yourself. The PPEs that have been identified as necessary during the risk assessment must be provided and available, and must be in the grade and quality that are required. If you do all of these things, then there is every likelihood that you will encounter less problem when working in a confined space. Thank you for listening, and please wait for the next video where we will highlight more. Remember, this page is dedicated to bring you valuable HSE insights and provide information and knowledge on what you need to do when it comes to health and safety